Life is tough sometimes, and it's not fair, and it doesn't care sometimes. But you're going to hold true to what you believe, and you're going to hold true to who you are, and you're going to be that person whether it's easy or it's not. It's the standard that I'm going to hold my children to, and that's the standard I hold myself to. If I can't do it, then how can I tell them to do it? It's hard sometimes. Life sucks, and it's hard, but I can assure you life is a lot more difficult for some other people today than it is for me. Our superstar player and our tight end is the most selfless player on our team. And when your best player is your most selfless player, everyone has to fall in line. You know, who can argue about not getting targets when if his targets go from 20 to 4 one day? You know, he's the biggest cheerleader on the sideline in the game that he's not playing. You know, he's the most supportive. I would say that just being selfless and being prepared. If you don't work hard, you just won't be here. You know, and I love that because I don't have to pull teeth every day. You know, I know that if they don't work hard, they've shown me over time that you're just not going to be here if you're not going to be ready and prepared when it's your time. For our offense, the word I'd just say is selfless. Zay Jones is the hardest practicing guy ever, knowing that Henry Ruggs was going to take every rep until he was tired. You know, and now because he played so hard, because he practiced so hard, and we all believed in him. What a great opportunity, you know, and an exciting moment for him, and just some other guys that I won't name because they may have to play for us and have roles too, but they have prepared for this moment, and that makes me excited, like I said, for those guys because I know they're ready. Even when I didn't want to be. Maybe a few times you can catch me in a bad mood, but I've tried my best to stay positive and just always be someone that some little kid that's a Raider fan could look to and be like, man, he's going through a tough time, but man, how does he have joy like that? You know, how can he still be a good teammate? Way above, like, this is how you throw a slant. Keep going. Because he knows it's going to open him up. And as soon as he's rolling, I'm like, bro, keep going. Because I know the play action and all that's going to be there. So when you have guys that are good football players but even better people, you end up with a good football team. That doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but it does make coming to work a lot more fun. We have to stay on top of everything that we believe, and our effort and practice and our film study and the things that we don't talk about that we believe separate us. We have to stay on top of that, and we have to hold each other to that standard. Because if we don't, then we'll be one of those teams that goes the wrong way, and we don't want to be that. And nothing's promised if you just do things the right way, you know. But it sure does help if we can look at things in the past and say, well, I think this will help us be better. As long as you're trying to get better, we're all going to try that way, and hopefully we can stay winning football games and stay efficient on offense and stopping people on defense. That's what it's about. It's not easy. It really affects some families, and it affected some lives, you know, and that hurts me, hurts my heart, because I know that there's pain, I know there's shame, I know that there's anger, probably, all those feelings that no one ever wants to feel or have towards them. I know that it's all there, and that's hard. You know, when you feel everything's coming crashing on you, I've had those feelings, you know, and having people to love you and support you is what helps the most. You know, you can't do it alone, and so it's not easy, you know, being a quarterback and being human. You know, I wish there was a certain way or someone to tell me this is exactly how you do it, because it'd be a lot easier. I think I got a good grasp on how to handle it, but it doesn't make it easy to do. You know, doing things the right way it sounds easy, but it's not easy to do, right? I've experienced loss, and so I know that feeling. I don't understand everything and why certain things happen, and I just forever have relied on the foundation of who I am is my faith, and I'm going to stand on that when it's hard, and I'm going to stand on it when it's easy. And that's just who I'm going to be when I can control something and when I can't. I want to be better, you know. I think I really look at everything in my life as a learning experience. Could I have been better, you know, to help or something? You know, I just wish I could have done something. You know, I look at it that way. Could I have done anything to help? Even when it seems impossible, is there any little thing I could have done better, you know? And I know it's a crazy thing to even think or say, but I'm always looking at trying to be a better person. It's hard. It's not easy. I can promise you that. Now, how do I take this and turn it into a learning experience? So, I mean, we're ready to go. You know, we had a great practice. We know where we're at from that standpoint, and we know what we have to do. We know that this was a time of year where we hit a lull a couple times, and we can't let that happen, no matter what's going on. Me and 9-1, me and Jan say it to each other every day. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody cares. What we're going through, how your body feels, nobody cares. We gotta do our job, and we emphasize that to each other again today. Hey, I got your back, you got mine. Nobody cares, man. We gotta go. We're always just trying to push whoever's listening. That is it fair? No, because I want to have emotions about things. I want to think about things as a human being. We're talking about lives, and a lot of different lives and a lot of different situations. Our mindset is we're going to be ready to play. That's for sure. I'm very excited. I think I've always thought the world of Isaiah. I've always thought the world of Hunter. I've thought the world of those guys. They work so hard. You guys have seen it at training camp and how just the relentlessness he practices with, and it's literally every day. He's the hardest practicing person I've ever seen in my life. Whatever your role is, do it to the best of your ability, and it's got to be like nothing ever happened. When Darren Waller goes out and he says, I can't play, well, Foster Moreau has to step up and be the starting tight end, and he has a big day, and it wasn't just because it just happened. It was because he's prepared for that moment, and I think Zay and all these guys have prepared for this moment. And life's not fair. I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best, but I do know that God is good, and I'm going to believe that for my entire life, and I'm going to believe that He can change situations and do things that we just can't comprehend sometimes. And I'm going to continue to believe that. My kids will believe that, and we'll keep preaching that even when people don't like it.